Baseball is America's pastime. However, for nearly half a century, it was a game divided. In 1947, one man stepped onto a major league field and changed the rules forever. This is the story of Jackie Robinson, the man who broke barriers and changed the game forever. In the first half of the 20th century, American life was deeply segregated. Separate schools, separate restaurants, public spaces, and yes, separate sports. Baseball, often called America's pastime, was no exception. Black men with talent played in the Negro leagues, and the major leagues remained closed to them. But change doesn't always come from comfortable spaces. It begins with courage. Jack Roosevelt Robinson was born January 31st, 1919, in Cairo, Georgia. One of 5 children, soon his family moved to Pasadena, California, seeking better opportunities. He showed athletic promises early in baseball, football, and even track. And even at UCLA, he was a multi-sport star, yet American society had set narrow limits. Robinson's journey would intersect with a visionary who believed in baseball's promise, not just to entertain, but to reflect America's ideals. What followed would alter the game forever. After serving in the U.S. Army during World War II, Robinson returned to baseball ambitions. He joined the Kansas City Monarchs of the Negro Leagues, where his speed, tenacity, and batting drew notice beyond the usual circles. Brooklyn Dodgers executive Branch Rickey carried a vision to break baseball's color line, but he didn't want just any star. He sought a man of character, someone who could endure the inevitable firestorm. Rickey later is reputed to have said, "A box score is really democratic. It just tells you what kind of ball player you were that day." Rickey believed Jackie Robinson could be that person. And on October 1945, the Brooklyn Dodgers signed Jackie Robinson to play with their top farm club, the Montreal Royals, as a test case. In Montreal in 1946, Jackie faced violent racial hostility, jeers from the stands, pressures to quit, and threats. And in one legendary incident, teammate Pee Wee Reese walked into the stands to quiet the hostile fans, a gesture of solidarity that became emblematic. Yet Jackie persevered, performing at a high level and proving that adversity would not break him. That resolve helped him set the stage for what was coming next. April 15th, 1947, a day that would go down in American history. Jackie Robinson stepped onto the field for the Brooklyn Dodgers, becoming the first African American to play in Major League Baseball in the modern era. Reactions was mixed. The black press hailed as a watershed moment. Many in the white press downplayed it or ignored it entirely. On the first day, Robinson faced hostility, jeers from fans, racial epithets, murmurs of disbelief, but he held it together. His resilience showed from the first pitch. The pressure kept mounting. In Philadelphia, manager Ben Chapman hurled racist insults from the dugout. Some pitchers aimed at Jackie intentionally. Hotels and restaurants refused him service, but Robinson stayed composed, focused on being excellent and letting the game and his play speak for itself. To be first is to bear the brunt. Jackie Robinson endured more than just athletic challenges. He faced a torrent of hostility, verbal abuse from fans, hecklers, even opposing teams, physical dangers, being spiked on the base pass, pitchers trying to intimidate him, and threats to his family. Pressure not just to perform, but to behave, to not retaliate, to stay dignified. Jackie made a pact with Branch Rickey to absorb insults without responding physically. That vow became a psychological burden as heavy as any. But amid that, Jackie played with excellence. He had speed. He stole bases. He made daring plays. He batted with consistency. Opponents and broadcasters began to take notice. And in 1947, his rookie season, he hit well and contributed to the Dodgers' pennant run. He showed that inclusion could be vindicated through merit. By 1949, Jackie Robinson became the first black player to win the National League MVP, a vindication of skill, grit, and perseverance. As Jackie later reflected, "I once put my freedom into mothballs, accepted humility and physical hurt in order to do my bit to help make a little white sport a truly American game. What they call arrogant, I call confidence. What they call argumentative, I categorize as articulate. What they label temperamental, I cite as human." Despite the burden, Jackie continued excellence in baseball and America to reckon with itself. As Robinson's career unfolded, his presence helped open the floodgates. More black players joined the major leagues. His own performance never faltered. He became a consistent hitting threat, base-stealing menace, defensive standout, and the Dodgers won multiple National League pennants during his tenure. In 1955, the Brooklyn Dodgers won the World Series, a crowning achievement that cemented their place in baseball lore. Jackie's success did more than score runs. It changed perceptions. It forced fans, owners, and players to confront their own biases. His excellence made it harder to deny inclusion. Over time, baseball's racial composition began to shift. The color lines moved from being an immutable barrier to a admitted flaw in a sport that aspired to represent America. Jackie Robinson was more than an athlete. He was a family man, a thinker, a fighter for justice beyond the stadium. He married Rachel in 1946, and their partnership became a pillar in both their lives. They had children, and Jackie was deeply invested in their futures. After baseball, Robinson ventured into journalism, politics, business, and civil rights. He used his platform to speak out, to challenge injustice. He sat on presidential commissions, wrote newspaper columns, and lent his voice to social movements. However, Jackie was not without controversy. As the civil rights movement evolved, some critiqued him for being too moderate or too outspoken. But he remained committed to full citizenship and equality. Over time, his life came to embody the dual role of athlete-activist. In 1957, Jackie Robinson retired from Major League Baseball, but his work continued. Over the next decade, his health began to decline. He battled diabetes and vision issues, yet remained publicly active. On June 17, 1972, Jackie Robinson passed away. He was only 53. The world mourned not just an athlete taken too soon, but a symbol of possibility that had already changed so many lives. A decade prior to his passing, Jackie was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962, a recognition of both his performance and his impact. His number 42 would later be retired across all Major League Baseball teams in 1997, ensuring no future players would ever wear it. Every year on April 15th, Major League Baseball honors Jackie Robinson. All players wear the number 42. Stadiums celebrate with ceremonies. His memory remains active, not static. Statues of Jackie Robinson stand in cities across the country. Museum exhibits teach new generations how sport can mirror society. Jackie Robinson's influence is felt not just in baseball, but in the broader realm of civil rights, representation, and courage. When we ask who gets to belong, what we ask of our heroes, Jackie's question echoes still. What kind of American do we want to be? Jackie Robinson was more than a barrier breaker. He was a catalyst. He showed that inclusion is not weakness. It is a strength. That excellence can be a quiet revolution. His journey reminds us progress is not inevitable. It requires courage, sacrifice, and consistency. As viewers, we might ask, what walls need breaking today? In sport, in society, in our own lives. Jackie's legacy invites us not just to remember, but to act, to challenge the barriers we see, to walk through the doors he forced open, and then open them wider. Jackie Robinson didn't just change baseball. He changed America. His courage reminds us that breaking barriers is never easy, but it always is worth it. So what barriers will you break today? Jackie Robinson's journey showed the powers of courage, resilience, and the belief that one person can change the course of history. His legacy lives on every time a barrier is broken, every time someone stands up for equality. I want to thank you for watching. If Jackie's story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to learn more about the legends who changed the world through sports. And remember, the game is never truly over until we all play on a level field.